Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the summary for the day of 747 for the 11th of March. And we're going to start out with the Frontline Changes report, and the first one is going to be at Bohdanivka. So over at Bohdanivka, there is some frontline change. It's just some slight correction of based on the Ukrainian mapping that the Russians have actually some forests around here. So this is actually invalidation of previous invalidation. So anyway, there's a small change. The front line continues to be pretty much the same over in this Bohdanivka region in the Bakhmut front. So this is Bakhmut city. So this is over here. And we move on to major news over in the Avdiivka front. So this Avdiivka city, and at the southern part of the Avdiivka front over at Nevelske, the Russian Defense Ministry have announced that they have captured Nevelske. So this actually added a Russian claim around here. This is not yet acknowledged by the Ukrainian side. The Ukrainians actually acknowledge, based on Ukrainian mapping, that the Russians have taken this area here. So yeah, so the actual if you believe both sides, then the Russians have captured these areas here, and perhaps even taken the entire of Nevelske. So this is the update, the frontline change over in the Nevelske region in the southern part of this Avdiivka front. And moving on away from this area, another frontline change is over at Heorhiivka, just southwest of it, or over in the Donetsk front. In the Heorhiivka region, the Russian forces have launched an attack in the northern part of Heorhiivka, and these are geolocated, and these are pretty much confirmed Russian presence, that they have actually taken some grounds in this northern part of Heorhiivka. And given the fact that the Ukrainian forces have taken pretty strong lines within the settlement itself, it seems like the Russians are going from the north and trying to bypass the village. So that's all over in the Heorhiivka region. And the next frontline change is just south of it over at Pobjeda. So there is the geolocation of a tank of the Russian side being geolocated at this location. This actually invalidated Ukrainian claims. Previously, the Ukrainians have not acknowledged this. Only the Russians have previously, based on Russian mapping, they have claimed this northern area here of Pobjeda. And this time around with this geolocation, we can confirm that the Russians have indeed taken this area here, invalidating Ukrainian claims. And so this is just southwest of Marinka, in case you are not familiar. And so the next frontline change is just south of this over at Novomykhailivka. So this Novomykhailivka, where the battle of Novomykhailivka is currently ongoing in the Donetsk front, and there is some various frontline change, and these are all coming from geolocations over in the northeastern part of Novomykhailivka, with Russian forces geolocated in these two regions. This one particularly is just an assault. This is an attack by the Russian forces, so this one is just a poke over here. This is just a poke. But this one over here is actually a FPV drone attack by the Ukrainians against Russian forces in the forward positions around this building over here. So which means that the Russian forces have actually confirmed to be around here, and this also invalidated Ukrainian claims that this may still be under Ukrainian control. So this is now confirmed to be under Russian control. The Russians are pushing in the north of Novomykhailivka. Very similar situation with the Heorhiivka we just mentioned, with the Russian forces trying to go around the settlement from the north. So these are the frontline changes report.